Japan is heading down a dark path right now, with the ruling party having picked Sanae Takaichi, who is a far-right extremist, as their leader. Seeing as the right-wing coalition holds the most seat, she is expected to be voted as the new prime minister of Japan by parliament. While she may be the first woman prime minister of Japan, she is a misogynist and a far-right extremist that has been compared to Trump and other fascist leaders. She doesn't just flirt with fascistic ideals. This is literally an article from 11 years ago. She admires fascist leaders. Her rhetoric of anti-migrant and anti-immigrant sentiments, as well as her more traditional views of women, does not make her a suitable leader. Nor does this make her some great advancement for women in Japan. She is actually the opposite of this, even though the party is trying to set her up as this great push forward for women. Again, she is farther right than Abe Shinzo. To give you an idea of how terrible she is, she admires people like Margaret Thatcher. Horrible woman who caused the harm of so many people in Britain and across the world. Just a reminder that Margaret Thatcher was no leader for women. She just further entrenched patriarchal standards in Britain. But on top of that, she admires Hitler. Now, if her reading and admiring Hitler wasn't enough for you to convince you that she's a terrible person, now not just admiring, she publicly endorsed a book that praised Hitler. So, she went that extra mile. She also has this hyper-nationalistic view of Japan, as well as admiring Japan's past imperialism, which is worrying on many fronts. Japan's imperialism was brutal. Whenever Japan took control of a territory, they would be brutal. My grandfather lived through that during World War II when they took over Indonesia. She admires the sanitized version of their past and tries to promote this idea that Japan's past is this glorious thing that somehow needs to be brought back. Now, this may be speculation, but she might be someone who would like to bring back something like the Kempeitai. The Kempeitai was a military police at the time who engaged in war crimes, just to give you an idea. Again, this is speculation on my part, but this is a tendency from authoritarian governments to weaponize the police to be in service of the state. Things like ICE, which is akin to the Gestapo of the Party, for example. Takaichi is not a good person and is a clear sign of Japan sliding into authoritarianism, into fascism, as many countries are currently heading down that path. Now, here's hoping that Japan doesn't let that stand and does something before Japan slides into fascism. But in the meantime, October 15th is when the vote is going to be set, and she's most likely going to be set to become the next prime minister. And that is not good news for anyone who stands on the side of liberty and human rights.